Lee, your stuff is real. I'm about to say. All right, y'all. Unfortunately, I am pulling the Samsung today, so y'all gonna have to rely on other people because usually I'm the one that's got it, and today I do not. So I'm like looking a little bit at a time as they talking about it. What's up, everybody? It's Quiz Reviews. It is a late night live. I am on hydrocodone. I was asleep, so that's the point. That's the post right there. I'm exhausted and I'm in pain, but we gonna make this work. What's up, Lee with the T? Ooh, my girl is here with a new thumbnail. What's going on, Mama?
Yeah, I don't think that we're gonna be able to do this late night stuff. It's not gonna work. I already know it.
Thank you with the positive and blunt response as always. I have always missed that. Yes. Uh,
Well,
I know what you're saying, but this it's gonna be difficult to do on we're talking about offline behind the scene. Anyway,
well, we're
uh
gonna have to figure something out. It's gonna have to be
Sunday.
a pre-record or something because
Mhm.
yeah.
But go ahead.
Anyways, welcome back, y'all. We are now back on to our regular scheduled program, kinda, with
Yeah.
Love and Marriage Detroit. They didn't waste no time getting to the drama. It's wild that you went on national television, and you staying at your mama house. That's crazy to me. But anyways, Brandon and Christina, the couple that we didn't really like this last season, and this season they starting it off very strong with the same my same opinion. Brandon and her is separated, and he's staying at his mama house, and they back at the little house that they have out in the suburbs. And then we found out that they got married 6 months after knowing each other because he wanted to smash.
Mm, girl, I saw that
Very
one. Oh, come home.
very ghetto. We did get introduced. Well, if they end up getting divorced, I wouldn't want them to be on the show because it's called Love and Marriage Detroit, not separated and single. But I digress. We did get introduced to a new couple that also has beef with Christina, so I'm pretty sure that that's going to be an ongoing storyline for them this entire season. But they've known these couples over 10 years, or they've known these people for over 10 years. So it's great to see people that actually know each other and actually somewhat like each other.
Mhm.
Anthony and Dr. Latoya, um, she continuously keeps saying that she's the breadwinner without saying that she's the breadwinner. Um, he's still sassy, and Russell and Kobe is on baby number two. She just told Russell that she do not want to have three kids, and he is very adamant about getting this boy. He just don't want to admit the fact that he just might be a girl dad, which is perfectly fine. They
Mhm.
seem to have the most everything together, even though Kobe is 5 months pregnant. The Christina and Kobe, they meet up at some coffee shop, which I don't know why you would invite a 5 month pregnant person to a coffee shop and there's not really a variety of different things. You should have let her choose the location so that she would be more comfortable with talking to you, seeing that y'all ain't spoken 5 or 6 months since y'all hugged it out at the reunion. But I digress again. What
Power reflection.
they also end up going to District 78, which is actually a really good restaurant in Detroit, and it's black owned, as we can tell. They have a year anniversary celebration of the restaurant being open, and then that's when the majority of the drama starts to unfold between Christina and the Dope. I know I can't pronounce their last name, the Dobins. But anyways, prior to that, Latoya and Anthony host the Dobins at their house for dinner where she proceeds to say how long she hasn't spoke or seen Christina. So there's some underlying drama behind there, and everybody that was on this season that was on their last season, all the women had a problem with Christina, Latoya, and what's the girl's name, Colby. So at some point in time, the call is coming from inside the house, and you need to look within. I did see that Christina was on live, and yeah, we're not even gonna get into that. And her husband separated or whatever he is, he was on live with all three people in there. So that was the episode, basically in a nutshell. It's in my most epic voice. It's very ghetto. already.
Y'all at your channel. Let me just say this. When you say we, that means you and maybe everybody else. Because I actually love Brandon and Christina. They're my favorite couple.
They were
They're the one.
troublesome.
They the one that support me out of all three. I had somewhat little issues with the other two.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me
And
be
marrying
clear.
somebody after
Sorry, I
6 months
did.
to get marrying somebody after 6 months so that you can smash is crazy. And in addition to that, you at the wedding with your brand new wife, sizing up her bridesmaids. That's mannish and it's ghetto.
So Goody, I know you just popped in. Hey Erica, Goody, because Lee just get a recap. What's your opinion, Mama, the first episode? And then I'm gonna go to Erica. Oh well, no, Eric Goody gone. So Erica, what's your opinion about the first episode, Mama? She'll probably
Um,
be back, probably stream yard.
yeah, it's okay. It was okay.
Not it was okay. Lee just really read them down for to like to a lot to feel. So I know that the whole thing with them being separated was the first scene. Goody, you wanna let me connect you? It said something about you need to connect your mic and cam before I can add you. Anyway, so Erica, with the whole thing with the two of them being separated, what's your thoughts on that, Mama? I mean, even though we kind of knew it was going that way at the end of the reunion, the end of the season or whatever, but what's your thoughts on seeing it after on the first scene that he bringing clothes to the house and shit to wash? I'm like, what?
Very ghetto. Because you can't wash your own clothes, but I digress.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Like one, you're separated, but you're on a reality show, but you want it to be a secret. So that's confusing.
Mm.
Because you're like filming. So yeah, it's not a secret. And then two, I don't know, like it's like he wants her to ask him back, but then he's not like, "Oh, I love you." He's like, "Oh, I'm here because of God." God? I'm just I am confusion about because it's like, and then
Very
the
much
only
so
one
confusing.
who I halfway like is the hood white mama. I like his mama because she's just like,
No,
yeah,
not the hood away, Mama. Oh my god.
yeah. I made the strawberry cupcakes for myself, so thank you. Um, so I like, and yeah, I wasn't happy with your daddy, so I was out, just so that you know. So yeah, so his mother seems to actually, you know, be kind of an interesting character. So I think she's kind of fun to watch, but I don't know because it seems like he wants her to ask him back, but it doesn't seem like he really wants to even be back. So it's just like, okay,
So that's a debate that she was saying. She got upset saying you don't want to even. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna fight for you if you don't want to be back here. Like, I mean, I would not if I thought a man don't want to be there. What I'm gonna do all this work for? Goody, you good, Mama?
Can y'all hear me? Because I'm multitasking, but I had to come in and chime in and let y'all know. Um,
Make sure
Kamisha,
you
I
got
know,
y'all at y'all channel, please, if y'all can. But go ahead, Goody.
Kamisha, I know that they supported you, but I want to remind you that that's an influencer and a music industry executive. They supported you because you supported them and they would get exposure. Now that we got that out of the way,
Hold on, wait.
ask me.
Hold on. Let me respond to that, ma'am.
Oof.
So, hold on, respond to that real quick. So, for me, that ain't the case because I was exposing all of them at one point in time, and I wasn't always a favorite, to be honest, of Brandon. Because when I talked about the show last season, Brandon was the one that I talked about the most in a negative light. So that's why I look at it like that differently. Because when the season went down, how the cast member act with me when the season go down is how I see them like for real. The other two play more Hollywood, to be fair. If they're watching O'Shea, they play a little more Hollywood, and they did not. So that's a separate situation. Go ahead, Goody. Just want to make sure I
Okay, well, I want to preface
oh, I got you.
all of that with, oh my God, I cannot stand Brandon. He's absolutely, he's, he's, he's rubbish. He's a gutter snipe. There's he wants her to ask him to come home so that the fact that she's not asking him to come home is the reason why he wants her to ask him to come home. That's it. He don't want her to ask him to come home because he want to come home. Because I was so confused by that intro discussion. Was anybody else wondering how they were switch? Oh, okay, let me slow down. He came in to ask if she was at peace without him being in the home. Is this house more peaceful when I'm not in the home? And then within 10 minutes, He disrupted the peace of the home. I cannot. Then it was clear that he does not want to be married, but
Mm.
he wants her to want him to be her husband. That's what he wants. That's his desire. And then why do you need if you at home with your mom, why do you need me to wash your clothes? But you want to make sure that I am still a servant to you. You want that access.
Okay, wait, wait, wait. Hold on. His mama wasn't even making him cupcakes, so I know his white mama ain't washing those clothes. That
I
Mhm.
know
much
his
I am
mama
for
wasn't
sure.
making it, but at the same time, if you down by your mama, don't bring me nothing. I don't care who your mama is or how she treat you. Don't bring me nothing. And then the way he tasted those cupcakes that he knew were for him, he knew he wouldn't like, shows me that he is a caveman. He's a caveman. I cannot and I will not with him. He's disgusting. And then to I'm all for transparency in discussion with your parents, but to really tell your mom that you only married your wife so you could smash, come on, man. This is what you sat down and told your mom after you spit out the cupcakes in your hand and put it back in the plate with the other cupcake?
Ew.
Like a caveman? Y'all didn't peep that? He's a caveman. He's a
I'm
savage.
no, I didn't.
He's uncivilized.
Mm.
And my girl Lee's, as Lee would say, he is ghetto. He is ghetto.
Like Lee Phrase has been going through the internet today. It seemed like okay, the post was
He is
just all
ghetto.
that.
This
Oh,
don't work for
Oh,
me. This don't work for me. And then for them, I mean, I'm not gonna move forward. I'm gonna wait till you ask. But this don't work for me.
mm,
I mean, it looked like the season about to give. It looked like they going to give,
mhm.
and I like that new couple. But this don't work for me. The way he is treating that woman, the way she has put her career she put her career on hold for a man she knew for 6 months. That's crazy to me.
Ooh,
To me, ooh,
oh my God! Wow. Okay.
she put her career on hold for a man she knew for 6 months. That's wild.
That was wild.
And he's playing games with her. He's playing games with her, and he's been playing games with her from inception.
Your dog doing a lot
Be-
right now, Dina.
was that my mama?
hmm Y'all do me a favor. Y'all
so
hit that channel, please. Oh, there you guys see it. So, Goody, I need to ask you. I need to ask y'all a question. So, I am pulling Cassandra a little bit. So, we're gonna go ahead and keep pushing. I'm going to mess about it. Obviously, I'm on pills.
Okay, Samson.
So, look, I had a surgery. Thank you. So, anyway, I'll do that today.
What's that
But
noise?
I don't know whose noise is that. Somebody moving
I'm
around.
muted. I'm muted. I told you
Okay,
I'm
okay.
multitasking. Sorry,
Yeah, I got
folks.
you. You good, you good. So I crazy word. Me and Dina really just pulling leads the whole entire vocabulary today. But what I really want to know, ask you about the new couple. I don't understand why they bringing somebody on. Does he not like this couple? No shade to Carlos,
I,
but it is shade. Does he not like these two? Because you're gonna bring somebody on here that don't like them. That's all I'm gonna say. Lee, go ahead. I know you're gonna be the one to answer that for me because you know I haven't seen that portion. So you're saying
Carlos King like mess.
mm,
And guess what they brought? Mess.
mm. Why don't
Messy.
they like them? Why don't they like them? Can y'all tell me that? Why? What's the issue?
So
What they said?
Chris,
Okay.
okay, so apparent they from this is just one side of the story
Right.
because the only person that said her side of the story was the new the new
Video at
couple
this
lady.
channel. Okay.
Anyways, from her vantage point, she said that she met Christina at the Star Factory several years ago prior to them getting married. And she's known Brandon for an exceptionally long time. And they fell out. She didn't say what they fell out about. Oh, yes, she did say why they fell out. She said that they fell out because Christina wasn't being her friend.
Okay.
She was being a friend of Christina, and Christina wasn't being her friend. Like she was being very selfish, and what the lady said about her last season, selfish, and very much so narcissistic, don't take accountability. All of the things that the lady said last season is what this new person has experienced with her. And Latoya said, "Oh, well, this is not the first time that I've heard somebody say something about her characteristics detailed as such. So there's that. However, Christina has not provided her side of the story because she too busy yelling across the table over that fish that they was eating.
Oh my God. Thank you, Lee. Uh, Erica, give me the thoughts of the new couple, Mom. I know you say you like them, but Lee, of course, you said that she always says Carlos is messy for him to
He
bring up.
is.
No. I'm saying to bring a couple on that you know don't mess with the same couple that they had problems with. To me, that's a recipe for disaster. Erica, your thoughts on the new people?
Um, they seem interesting. Getting to know them, and I guess they got the one young baby.
Two. They got two young kids.
Yeah, but the one is little. The other one is like 5, I think. So the one that they call the booger, I don't know what they call them, but
Oh,
um,
wow.
Oh,
yeah, no, they're okay.
I feel like they call him Boosh or something similar to Boosh, which is mouth in French.
Mm,
no.
Oh, okay.
She said something about him being chunky, but whatever. He got a nickname, and he's apparently the center of attention, which is because they allow it. If he was crying, they would probably pick him up instead of letting him cry.
She
gotcha.
said
That's
he
why he.
has a juicy mouth. That's what she said. His mouth is juicy.
All righty then. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, again, and then she talked about why she and Christina weren't
Hmm.
friends, but it wasn't really clear. At the end of the episode, honestly, I'm kind of like, and then I'm not clear why the men don't seem to like each other. It seems to kind of, I don't know. I mean, it seems like they just brought them here to, I'm not sure, like, guess more of a storyline, but it are, so I don't know.
Okay. So what's
It's lacking so far, I'll say.
so tell me about the other two. I know that Lee broke down really well as far as they still argue about the same stuff to me. It sounds like we got one about to have a baby, but still got some issues with the husband with the preacher stuff, and then we still have Latoya, who, like Lee say, is still paying for everything, but won't admit it or something. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. So are they going through the same stuff again? No shade. Is it the same?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And yeah, because he would what did Anthony say? Oh, because the new couple, I can't remember Shawty Low name, but she is like an event planner slash interior decorator slash she got like 17 jobs. But anyways, he was like, oh, I'm
Not
gonna have
Jamaican.
I'm gonna have I think her name is Crystal.
I think it's Kimberly.
Kimberly, Kim, because close enough. Kim put a party together, and she said, Latasha said, whatever the girl's name is, Doctor Latoya said, well, what about me? He said, you can plan your own party. Why would you say that?
Wow. Just surprise you.
No.
That same man got mad at the family last season, saying it was his whole family fault, and they were all coming to him. Remember this
Yeah,
same
and
man?
and then I'm not, so the thing with the new couple, I guess, that I'm not understanding is right now everyone seems to be against Brandon and Christina
Come on
anyway. So
now.
I don't see
Mhm.
why you need a new couple just
Thank
to be
you.
against Brandon and Christina. Like, that's the thing.
Thank you.
Christina came to the dinner, and I forgot old boy's name, but the guy you're just talking about, he called her jacket a poodle,
Oh,
which
Anthony,
I thought Anthony, and I'm like,
sassy
I don't know.
behavior.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
giving very sassiness
Right
a
up
little
to
bit.
that point, I thought he was gonna do well because they had a little thing at they was going had a little conversation. Do y'all know each other? And Anthony shut his mouth, and usually he would have interjected.
Hmm.
But right up, I was like, oh, Anthony going to be on some different time this time.
But
Absolutely
no.
not. He went right to the pink poodle, and he tried to get his wife to play that dirty game, and she was like, no, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
she ain't gonna
don't.
do. She ain't gonna do all that. Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, I didn't understand why he was talking about that girl's jacket like that. Like it wasn't nothing wrong with the jacket. Apparently, we can obviously tell that it's cold outside. So what was she supposed to come out with? A sweatshirt, a
Girl, come
sweater,
on, Lee. Come
a
on, Lee.
hoodie? What was she supposed to come out with? An Olivia Pope coat? Like what I'm trying to understand. What's wrong with the girl's coat?
I feel like what we're seeing and what he's hinting at and what may potentially come out is that they are not doing as well as we may think they're doing because the coat looked, it didn't look like a good pink fur. I'll say that.
I mean, but she might have
It
got
looked
it from
like it was dyed and fried and lace.
she might have got it from
Oh
Shein
wow.
or Fashion Nova or something, maybe a little Forever 21. But I bet you at the end of the day, it kept her ass warm.
I just honestly I
Meanwhile, he was
honestly
sitting at that table with that wrinkled ass blazer on. But let me be quiet.
God. I just I just really honestly think that you're so silly. I really just honestly think that he just don't like her. I'm sorry.
What?
I don't think he likes her, but last year didn't we think he didn't like her because he wanted her man?
Like, you want to
Oh
know who
wait,
he
no, I did
you
not
want to
think
know
that.
who
You
he
thought that,
remind me
ma'am.
of? Let me tell you who he remind me of because he liked to argue with men. He liked to argue with women just like Anthony
Peter
do.
Thomas.
Nope, Cliftonisha. Mm-hmm. Cliftonisha, who was always arguing with Ashley. Mm-hmm. He liked to argue with women just like Cliftonisha.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, it took me
Well,
a minute because I had to
Yep.
erase those people from
yeah.
my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's a repeat of a lot. We know that this is a
Mm-hmm.
classic Carlos Clean. He does this the same thing, the same story. Because to me, you gonna bring on another cup. What is going on, Goody?
Um.
Lord Jesus, Goody, what's happening? Are we moving furniture? Like what just
Sorry.
I'm like, baby, do we need to get some shoes and tennis shoes to come help out? What's going on?
Yeah. And
Not get the packing tape.
also, we're having the same issue that it was so long ago, too. Because
Yes, we are, Erica. Yes, I agree. And
when they were like, "Oh, we're reading in 2024," I was like, "We are?" Like,
right, right,
I
exactly.
was like, "Okay, well, can
Because
we
we about
just
to hit
Google?"
2025.
Right. I was
Look,
like, "Can we just Google and see what her baby is?" Like, we don't need to wait five this
we're
whole
not doing.
season, do
Look,
we?
we're not doing 2 years of a 2 years of a storyline again. I swear to
I
God,
know.
can
I'm
we get
like,
6 months storyline,
But you can
please?
definitely
eight
go on her.
months.
You can definitely go on her Instagram and see the baby.
yeah,
Yes,
I'm like,
yes.
we'll just go see the baby because I'm like, we're not gonna be surprised, are we?
No, I'm
Lord
definitely not.
Jesus Christ.
Now I don't know what I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. That's what I don't know. I haven't gotten that far, but I did see their the pictures on Instagram.
Okay.
Lord Jesus Christ. It's probably a beautiful baby and everything else. But what I was also want to know, I'm like, if somebody's gonna be pregnant at a reunion, if I swear if somebody says, "Oh, I'm pregnant," I swear to God, it's gonna become a storyline. But somebody gonna have another baby. I mean,
Well, well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was her saying that she was pregnant again because he said he wanted 3 kids. So there's that.
he's so old school and like so. It's my way or the highway, caveman, 1955 looking. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying, I'm gonna need you to come back to this year, sir, because you really act like you in Donna Reed's age. Like she do not wear heels and a perfect bun and a nice dress and vacuuming your floor. Like she is
Not
the
calling him
work.
Jonathan Majors.
Only you would get that goodie, I swear.
I didn't realize that she said Jonathan Majors. That's
I am
diabolical
so
right there.
I love old classic shows, so y'all know that. But I'm just saying, Donna Reed was my favorite show. No shit. Even though Donna Reed was so against everything I believe in, I just love the way she was beat to the gods every day and vacuuming her floor and looked so good in heels. But I'm saying, with that being said, that's the way they had us looking as women back then. So to me, he act like he wants that again. The way he talks to her, like I'm the preacher, I'm the man. I want you to be pregnant and barefoot in the kitchen cooking some food while I come home. He act like that to me. Now he don't say it, but it gives that to me. I'm not sure if y'all agree or not. I don't know. I be feeling like he do her like that. Like she can't have her own independent, thoughts and minds or whatever. Eric, let's give us some kind of error message on your TikTok up here. I'm looking at. I'm not sure what's going on with you. I know you added.
Oh, okay.
No, not TikTok. I
Okay.
mean, Twitter. I'm sorry. Uh,
Okay. I can do this to the TikTok.
no, it's I don't think you can. It's I wish we could. It's the Twitter that's her Twitter
Twitter.
stripper. Yeah. So Goody, in your mind, do you feel like he's too old school, or do you feel like that's what do you think? 'Cause a lot of people agree with what he says. I look online.
Oh, agreed.
As a woman who
Mm-hmm.
like all the reason like the way he presents himself are all the reasons why in my mind marriage isn't for me. Not
Mm.
at this stage. Me, I honestly think marriage is a young woman's game because you
Mm.
got to catch me young enough to be
To be
foolish enough to just defer to you to everything, even when my strength lies in the wheelhouse that you want me to pretend that you lead in. Um, because even with being in the church, she's the one who grew up with a pastor as a father, right? So she would be the one who has
Yes.
all of that intel. But I do think he's a little too rigid, and it's 2024.
Not
But he
rigid.
fine though. He
Oh
He
yeah,
fine.
is. I ain't gonna lie.
That Russell is fine.
I ain't gonna lie. He is. Let's not even lie. The man got
Mhm.
body and everything. I was like, my favorite
I,
scene when
I
he
would
take
let
her.
him pretend to be bossing me around.
Let me
I'd
tell
be
you
like,
something.
yes, honey,
Pick
yes,
me
but
up,
I'm still
black
gonna do what
woman.
I want.
I am not
Not
your.
pretend to be, not pretend to be bossing
Let
around.
me act like I listen to you and I don't, just to have a good night.
Not let me pretend. Y'all are crazy. That's wild right there.
Well, see, Lee's young. I want to hear her opinion about because she is younger. How do you feel about that? Because she's saying marriage is young people game, and I
No,
know Lee. I
I
know Lee would not put up with that. I just know she wouldn't. Her mom won't
first
let her
of
put up
all,
with the
my mama ain't raised no fool. Second of
Period.
all, marriage is not a young people game because there's people get married every day and they're well out of their 30s, 40s, hell.
No, but I mean, I feel what you're saying. Yes, they're doing it, but the older you get, the more you be like, oh nah. Like for me, I'm 49. I'm not changing my last name, dog. I've been me for 49 years, fam. Like nah.
Mm.
I'ma
Well,
just let's just.
people get married and they don't have to change their last name. Like my mentor,
I bet you she couldn't
she
pull
has
that on Russell. I bet you she had to take that last
she
name.
has her maiden last name. However, she is very much so married with 3 kids.
Mm. And people do
Who,
that today.
Colby?
People before. No, no, no.
No,
She's
Colby?
saying no,
no,
no.
no.
She's saying in general.
I'm saying my one of my mentors. She's married with 3 kids, and she just kept her maiden last name.
Yeah, my sister did that too, and then she had to cut. She just dropped her maiden name because she was like it was too damn long to be putting in the
And
email down to the job.
both of y'all right at the same time about the name thing. But Lee, I want to hear your opinion about how he treating her as far as 2024 woman because Lee is young, but what he's acting like is an old school man. So I want to get her opinion about that.
Well, listen, I ain't gonna be in nobody's kitchen barefoot and pregnant, so you got the wrong kid. Sorry.
No, no, no. So I'm saying I wanted to hear your opinion about him because I don't agree with him. I don't mind the old school stuff, but I feel like he put too much on it. Like I'm the preacher, you're the wife. Like just because you're in that position, you my man, you my whatever. I just feel like he just do too much. Like you don't want her to have her own identity. I don't know if you want her to be an influencer. To be honest, he never said it, but I always felt like he do not want her to work like at all. He rather her just be at home with them babies, and they gonna grow up. And what she gonna do after that? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's when women start having midlife crisis because they don't know what to do after they done raise their family because that's all that they know. So you're gonna need to let me do what I want to do while I'm still, as long as I'm still maintaining this house, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Now you come home and there's some Cheeto puffs on the table for dinner, then you can
Not
start to
Cheetos
say
puffs
something. But if you get
and noodles.
in noodles, listen, a little 7-Eleven pizza or something, then you can say something to me. But if you are still getting full course meals and I'm taking kids to daycare and picking them up and doing this and balancing that, that's a full-time job actually maintaining a household. So if I'm gonna still do that. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do when them kids go to sleep. When you get out of my face, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Mhm. Your mama said Marcel like to argue with women too.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, listen. I don't. Sassy Boys up 2.0 in
Oh
this
wow,
episode.
wow. So Anthony is still to me. I feel like Anthony's kind of like he was a baby last season, and I'm sorry if he does see this. I feel like he acted very much baby like last season. I ain't talking about the crying. I'm talking about the whining, not the tears. A lot last season. Are we gonna get the same?
Yes, we
Okay.
already
Wow.
seen it in the previews because he was like, "Oh, Brandon is about to piss me off. Oh, Brandon, you sucking up to Brandon, talking to the what's the boy's name who's married to the new couple, the husband.
Bravo.
Bravo. No, no. Bravo is
Was that
the
last season, right?
Yeah, Bravo was
Hmm.
in the last season, but Bravo is the owner of District 78, not Bravo. The whoever is married to the Kimberly Crystal girl with him. he that's the when they do a little preview of the season, Brandon, I mean, uh Mr. Sassy, he is saying you there's clips. Why is everybody sucking up to Brandon? Brandon's starting to piss me off. You always up under Brandon, or you always side with Brandon. That's sassy. That's sassy.
Oh wow.
Why are you worried about somebody siding with Brandon when we already know that Brandon is an asshole?
Well,
We
it's kind of what
see it.
Erica was saying, bringing the couple on. So, Erica, you saw the same thing. So he's getting upset or what? Jealous or what? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think yes, we don't really know yet why Brandon and the new couple don't get along. We just know that the women don't like each other. So, maybe they don't have any reason not to like each other. Anthony, so that's the thing. So maybe we'll get into the new couple, but I feel like the purpose of bringing them to be against Brandon and Christina is kind of like not the greatest purpose because there's already like Anthony already, I guess, has Anthony and what's her name, Latoya or whatever. They already have an issue with Christina.
Hmm.
And
Mm,
Christina had the little luncheon with Colby, but I guess Colby is still kind of like, I'm not that into her. So, and then it's giving, I don't know, it just feels like a replay where like Brandon,
Yes, we've seen this before because this is kind of
hold on, Goody
what.
Mama. Hang on,
Go
Mama.
ahead.
Just go ahead, Erica. You said a replay of
well,
what? Then Goody.
the last thing I was going to say was that Brandon and Christina are going to have their own issues as they still do, but
Mm-hmm.
they're probably going to end up uniting because nobody else likes them. So
Got
again, it's going to be like, oh, okay, because why are you all even if y'all separated, y'all going through a whole full act out acting like y'all still together, can't nobody know, and we're filming a TV show and we're
mm,
going to
That's
dinner
diabolical.
together to pretend we're still together. And
got
meanwhile, she's like, oh, there's so much going on at home, but we're pretending for our friends like we're still together. And I think that's because they have issues with the friends.
mm.
So, and I think not that they're going to get together because of that, but that's going to, that's how it was last season. Oh, okay. Well, nobody likes us. So it's us against the world. And we'll
Okay,
see
what were
how it
you
goes.
saying, Goody? Sorry, what were you
That's
saying,
how
Goody?
it was on Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's how Martell and Melody was ganging up on the people before Melody realized that Martell was still going to be um, procreating outside the marriage.
Oh
Oh,
wow,
So it feels like a
cheese
rinse and
Louises.
repeat.
Not coleslaw. Now we
not a
talking about
rinse. Well, first of all, as far as Marceau is concerned, Marceau, it doesn't even matter what Marceau does, and we are. And this is not to go mixing shows, but because I reviewed the show, I can say this.
it's
I
under the
don't
same
care. I don't
franchise.
care. Well, black and black, blah blah blah. All I'm saying is that with him, I think that no matter what he does, they gonna all be forever like, well, Marceau, he okay. And I hate to be. Look, from what I've seen this season,
Ugh.
Mel ain't lying about that. They always gonna back him up, but yet y'all back up the other girl. Y'all like the girl that came dressed and was a trench coat. I'm so confused by the whole situation. But
Oh,
anyway,
I love me
anyway,
so.
not Robin Givens from the '90s and Boomerang again. I can't. But in
Oh man, I couldn't. I wasn't. I was. I couldn't think of the name of the movie. I was trying to figure. I was going through the '90s movies. I couldn't think of it. It is Boomerang.
but Boomerang was giving, but she was giving in that whole scene, like the hair, all the, it was with that style, that red, that tight. It was not giving that. But anyway,
Cheekbones.
it was not. It was horrible. Anyway,
Oh,
so sorry.
get
So
out.
I'm just yes, he is fine, Dina. But I'm just saying that's
Get out.
it's just a mess. So what's up after that? Y'all come on, help me out. What's after
Oh.
that, Lee? What's after that?
That's it. That's the end of the episode.
Really?
They go
Oh wow.
they go to District 78, then that's when Crystal get into it with, I mean, that girl's name is not Crystal. Oh okay, it is this
Kim.
season. So anyways, Crystal and Christina get into it, and then
Really?
they cut it, well, they start to get into it, and basically um she was saying, well, Christina said, just
Mm-hmm.
because you said it, that don't mean that it's true. And then she said, yes, it do. And then it looked like she was reaching for her phone to pull out the receipts. But
Uh oh.
then they went to Sassy Brandon talking about something, and we just sat back and watched. Well, it didn't concern you. And Latoya was like, well, I wasn't. I was gonna insert myself or wasn't gonna insert myself, but
Mhm.
you shouldn't be inserting yourself in a situation that don't concern you.
So who was inserting? I'm sorry. Who was inserting? Because usually it's Anthony the one inserting. So who's the one inserting?
Nobody did this
Oh,
time.
Nobody. They just let them go at it. Can we
Mhm.
talk about that conversation between Christina and Colby?
go ahead.
It was
Start it
it
off.
was
Because
cringy.
it was cringy, and just the way that it rolls out, it makes it
Mhm.
seem like everything they're saying about Christina is accurate because Colby was waiting for her to reach out, and that's
Mhm.
whack. But
Mhm.
then Colby announced the pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could have reached out on some, hey sis, why are you reaching out now? Because we're
Because
gonna be in this, we filming, and I don't think just because they filming, but now we have to be in the same room. So let me see, let me check the temperature.
well, you
It
should have
it,
did a
it was
you
bad.
should have did a temp check. Like first and foremost, my thing is this: they're both at fault with this one because communication runs. It goes both ways.
Correct.
It's a two-way street. So it now I will say that if you played in my face, and yeah, I feel like you should probably reach out first because I'm not the one who was playing it. I wasn't the one that I was the one that got played, and there's that. So I'm gonna side with Kobe on that one because she could have definitely Christina could have definitely reached out to her, but she wasn't going to because she only worries about herself.
It gives value to what they're saying about her, and it seems like Kim's issue with Christina is the same, almost the same as what Christina had a problem with Colby on. Almost like I put you out there, I put you on, and now you acting funny. But we'll see how it unrolls or unfolds.
And that situation was that whole influencer situation was actually was definitely shady on was it Christina's part again.
Yeah.
But everybody has had a problem with Christina.
And I don't
Ex-
want to pile on her because she really is going through
Hold
a
on, I'm
lot with
on
her
mute.
husband.
I'm on mute right now. I didn't realize that. So I want to ask you ladies a question. I'm gonna start with Erica. Do y'all not like Christina? Give me the real.
it's giving Regina George.
Um, Erica, give me your thoughts. Y'all know how I
Um,
feel. So I ain't gotta say.
I didn't really like her that much last season.
Damn.
This season, I mean, this season she seems okay. I mean, I thought she was okay with Brandon because when she was like, "Oh, I feel like I'm more at peace," she did seem more at peace.
Mhm.
So I'm still sort of confused by, but we're gonna pretend to everybody. We don't want people to know our business, and we're pretending that we're together even though, you know what I mean? Like he seemed like a whole fool. So I'm not getting the whole pretending part.
Mhm.
Clowning.
Um Now the thing with Kobe, or Colby, I don't think I don't know, because to me that some of that seems sort of fake or something. I'm like,
Mm.
I don't feel like she, like, do you think of her as your little sister or nah? And um so I'm not convinced that she really,
Damn.
yeah, like it
Mhm.
just seemed like, okay, production told me that we need to do this. So let's do lunch and see if we can take baby steps.
Now let's do lunch.
So, so yeah, I mean, that's how the lunch felt to me. Like it was just sort of like, okay.
It's not like a production with that with me, but I mean I don't know. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like production.
Yeah, it
Um,
sounded like production was like, we need to be cool and, and whatever. I need to be able to film because I'm on the show. So let's do this. And so I don't know. So I don't, but this season, I mean, I'm gonna be open with it because she is going through a lot,
Hmm.
but it would be nice to see her kind of um I don't know, this whole thing with her and Brandon, it's like, ugh,
yeah, that is
but
gross. I'm
I
not gonna
mean,
lie. I
they're
don't
getting
like
on
it.
my nerves a little bit. So,
No, I
but
don't like it either. I don't like it either. And but one thing I want y'all to make sure y'all discuss. I did see the part where she brought up about. I'm going to ask Goody and Lee the same question, but a part where she was talking about, at the wedding, you were talking about the women. Now, look, first of all, for me and Christine, I do love you, but there's no way in the world if you had an issue, like if he was looking at or talking about other women or they fine or whatever, and they're y'all wedding, that would have been checked and balanced that day. Period. Like this time we would laugh about it. Remember how I checked your ass about that? Whatever. It would be a discussion like that, or we didn't get married because I ain't like that. It'd be one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So, but before we get to that, the final topic, Lee, do you like Christina? And then Goody, same question.
I mean, I don't know the girl not to like her.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about the ladies and these people on the shows, you know how
I
you
just know what I am shown on my little television screen, and on my television screen, she gives Regina George. She gives Mean Girl.
I don't know why I don't. Okay. Goody. I don't see that. But Goody.
I do.
I think they
I
mean to her.
see
Because if you
what.
and I
Go
say
ahead.
that because when somebody continuously has a problem with the same person, it ain't the people. If 12 people have the same experience and all 12 people don't know each other, but they've all had the same experience with this person, the call is coming from inside the house.
I love when she says that. But also the same thing is said about Anthony as well, because no shade. Anthony had the most issues out of everybody on the freaking show. And
We
Anthony,
ain't we ain't gonna
Anthony,
debate that. Like
no,
you
well,
win.
I'm saying Anthony gives. I'm 12 years old. Everybody gotta like me. If you don't like me, I don't like you. And if I'm mad at you, you gotta be mad with me. He gives that to me. Like what Lee was saying, he was getting mad. Oh boy, to me, he gives that. If you ain't on my side, you are ops. So
Which is
there might
crazy
be.
word. Like that is very high school, which is unnecessary to be honest. But I ain't saying that I don't like the girl. I'm just saying that the call is coming from inside the house.
That girl right there. They're gonna be added to the channel. I love what she says there. Anyway, so not the call come beside the house, one of my favorite movies. But okay, so good in your opinion.
I don't like. We all said. We all touched on it. I want to root for her
Mm-hmm.
because I really don't like her husband. If you ask me about her husband, I don't like that dude. I think he's a caveman.
Oh no.
Um, and I want her to show that she can get out of the mind game maze that he has going on with her because I'm still confused by who really wants the marriage and who really wants him to be back in the house. Because I thought it was him, but
Mm.
then it seemed like it was her, but then it seemed like it was neither of them. Confused. I want her to be at peace. I think she's lovely. The clips of the flashback or the flash forward shows that she is going to feel a way about putting her life on hold. And any woman I see in that circumstance, I want to rise above it. So, do I like what we're being displayed right now? Not at all.
Mm.
However, I'm rooting for her to turn this around and really show up as somebody I can advocate for.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
For me, I just want to kind of. I'm gonna take a wait and see approach on really a lot of this, honestly. But I will say that I kind of do feel like for some reason that they kind of come at Christina. I've always felt like that. They come at now. Brandy gets on my nerves. I ain't gonna lie, but I've always felt like they come at Christina super hard, and especially Anthony. And as a man, I've never gotten that. When your wife is not doing that, why are you? So I thought that that was odd that he comes at a woman like that, and I will forever be on that train. So let's go ahead and the final topic that I just mentioned earlier about her talking about at their wedding, they looking at women. Y'all, I'm gonna start with Goody. 'Cause I know we're older. Like she talking about something that happened however long ago they've been married. I don't know if it's been 7 years, eight, I don't know. So he looking at, hey, CJE61. If I didn't tell you earlier, thank you for that super chat for the last live. I appreciate it. How do you feel about that, Goody? That she's talking about something that happened on their wedding day, that he was looking at other women, him and his boys or whatever.
I
Your
feel
thought?
like that set the tone for the relationship that they displayed on the show because he didn't to be with your best men talking about the bridesmaids, sizing them up and really doing body chat on them. You don't respect your wife or the woman who you are about to marry, and your friends don't respect her either. And we saw that when he was barking her down last season, down to the wine bar, and the way that he allowed Anthony to come at his wife until until later in the season where he kind of was like, "Yo, that's my wife." Um, I wouldn't have married a dude who I heard sizing up my because they're not just they're your bridesmaids, so they're your friends, right? So
Mhm.
now I got to be married to you, and you looking at my friends.
Mm.
That's that. Oh, we no, absolutely not. It
Well,
was out of order, and it
mm.
showed a lack of respect, a lack of discipline, and that showed up in their relationship on a couple of occasions.
I agree that was very disrespectful. And I love what you said. It did set the tone, to be honest. And she chose to marry him knowing that he looking at other women. No, no, let's rephrase this. A man looking at other women is not a bad thing, right? My thing is this, because man look at a woman regardless of what. If he don't look, then something might be wrong anyway. But the fact of the matter is you guys are hooting and hollering like you at a construction site with your best man on your wedding day. That's crazy work in my niece's voice. That's weird to me. So yeah, I agree with you on that. What are your thoughts about that, Erica?
Okay, so many things. Like, one, how does she know?
Good question.
So is he doing it in front of her? Did someone come back and tell her? Like,
Heaven forbid the women came back and was like, "Oh
you
yeah,
know,
don't marry him."
or whatever. But you know what I'm
Oh
saying? So
wow.
how did she find out? That would be one question.
Okay.
But I do think it's a valid point that, like, why didn't you bring one? You didn't. We had one season with you, and you ain't never mentioned it. So now that it's you're not no new couple. So now that you're here now, and he's acting like, oh, I didn't know you knew that. Or I, I'm confused why it's news now. Like, it's horrible and whatever, but why is it? You just, I don't understand the timing of it. Just seems produced because I'm like, you ain't cursed him out about this several times, and I'm surprised we didn't hear about this several
Last
times
season.
last season because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't just meet you. So that part is kind of just off to me. Yeah, I think it did set the tone, but if his basic thing, kind of like the thing he said to his mother, it's like if he was basically marrying her so he could hit,
Oh wow.
and how, what are our expectations for on
I think
either side? You know what I'm saying? If you're
Alicia, that's
basically
crazy.
getting married so y'all can,
Mm-hmm.
basically, be friends with benefits, then this is what happens. So yes, I think it's crazy. I think it did set the tone for a lot of things. I think he is unfortunately remained consistent in how he sort of is moving. And the fact that she's now even thinking of it and bringing it up is
Right.
like, oh, okay, then yeah, just let him and his dirty clothes get to stepping because
Oh
what?
wow.
Like,
Yeah, because bringing your clothes
It's
over,
time to say
knowing
bye bye.
thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Meanwhile, I'm
No,
talking
not
about
just his
how
clothes though. Loose clothes. They just yeah, everything
Oh,
loose.
he
No
didn't e-
bag, no
hold
nothing.
on, but hold
he
on.
didn't even have the decent
I'm about to say
courtesy to
I
put
want
it in
to
a
bring in
laundry
Lee.
bag.
Lee, come on, Lee. You better
Nope.
say it. I mean, at all, girl. That girl. Oh my god. Just so
Like
y'all know,
you could have
that's
at least got a
Lee's
little.
out.
You could have got a little laundry bag. It's like $2 at the Target. Hell, you could have walked into a random hotel and
Down
taken
there at
off that laundry
Walmart.
bag.
thank you. And
Wow.
then when she started crying, he hugging her like he trying to hit. No, no, no. This how y'all
Erica.
Oh my
ended
god,
up in
y'all
this.
crazy today.
This how you ended up here to begin
Trying to
with,
Wait,
hit.
then he
as he
was
was
like,
trying to
"Oh
hit it. Oh, so you
no,
want me
but
to
wait." Then
go?
he was like,
Yes, get
"Oh,
to
so I gotta
stepping.
leave."
Yes, get up
Both
out
of,
of here.
both
You
of
gonna
y'all
sit here
crazy.
and tell
I
me
need to
that
stop.
you here because of God and you think I'm still gonna give you some? And you think
Mm.
I'm still gonna give you some? That's a no and a no.
That's a
I'm
crazy
crying
part.
because you
A
didn't
no and a
say
no.
because you said
He said I'm trying
you
to get
just
in.
here because of
I'm,
Jesus
I'm
and
trying to.
not because you love me and
I
you
said, why
still
is he
expect me to
praying?
give you
I'm like, why
some.
is
Like,
he
stop.
praying? What's happening right now? Like, what is? Why is he
Yo,
praying
you
right
want to know what's funny? I think somewhere in his mind he thought that these were the things he could say to get his clothes washed and wet some other things on his body. This man
now? Oh
is a
wow.
caveman and he's disgusting. And
He's
I want her to be like, I want her to end this season on, dare I say, by leaving him and becoming the biggest influencer on the planet to the point where every time he turn his head, all he gonna see is her face.
Oh
I
no.
want that for her. I want her to have all that success because he really sat in that woman's face thinking that he was saying something that was going to get get him a overnight stay. Talking about I'm here because of God, and then he was probably like, "Oh wait, that didn't sound like I thought it was going to sound." Wait, she's like, "You only here because of Jesus?"
I know. So one thing I did
Oh my
like
god, y'all
is when she
stupid, man.
started crying and he hugged her, and he
I
was
can't
like,
stay, yo.
"You want me to go?" And she was like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay, that's the best thing you said so far this season, girl. This you
No, not the
started
best
off
thing.
right.
Jesus
You
Christ.
have started off right. Because if you gave it up after
Get your
he
shit.
done brought some dirty clothes that his mama refused to wash. He brought them over to
No.
you, and now he also think he gonna get some. Nah, nah. Try to stick a chick into your mama's house. Go
Woo,
back to that.
let me give my disclaimer real quick. The views and opinions expressed on this panel are those of this panel and are for entertainment purposes only. Do not, and I repeat, do not try this at home. And don't whine in the comments when you don't like it. We don't care. It's like a live ass. So first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and say this because my niece always keep me on my toes. We'll be doing this on Sundays because tomorrow is the finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Anyway, we'll be doing this on Sundays. So I just want to make sure I say this before my niece say some stuff like, "Oh, this too late." Da 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 da. Anyway, so y'all got me weak today. Look at the hostess who is Sam's. This is how you do it, smooth as hell. Y'all can't say I didn't watch the first 5 minutes, period, and that's all I watched. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, it's kind of giving a watch. Who said watch and repeat? Oh my God. Thank you
Yes,
for the
repeat.
super
Yeah.
chat again. CJE. I'm sorry, the name is killing me, baby. JE61. I appreciate it, baby. Yes, come through.
Oh,
That is
and
so
and
go ahead.
another thing, how
Mhm.
y'all have a premiere party last week with no premiere?
Oh my God. Wait a minute. I wasn't ready. But Lee, let's go ahead and talk about it. Go right ahead, ma'am. Oh, just so y'all know, this is her sound bite. If y'all new to the channel, y'all will see in Ready to Love. There are a lot of things that was invented on the panel, and this is all Lee. Period. So we got just thank for her for that because she's the one, and it's everybody's favorite. So that's her sound bite. Go ahead, and continue. Now, what happened with the party, Lee? Go ahead.
With the record scratch? Because I didn't hear
Hmm.
nothing. Oh, okay. Anyways, yeah, they had a premiere
You
party
hear?
last week. Yeah, I didn't hear the record scratch, but it's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Uh, they had a premiere party last week, but it premiered today.
Okay, let's be honest. Me and Lee have been to a few. She's been more than I have, but I've been to a few myself. And most of the time, when you have a party like that, they watch the actual first episode the same exact night. So it was a little bit odd that it was premiering. The premiere party was on a day the show wasn't even episode wasn't even showing. But anyway, I don't know if that's a new thing. I don't know. We'll find a Ready
I
to
mean,
Love, but I'm
I
sure it's
just,
not.
and I mean, maybe they did like, I mean, even if they did a private screening, but the caption on a lot of
Mm,
the people's Instagrams said premiere party. So, um, the premiere parties that I went to, the premiere was premiering.
mm-hmm. This girl get on my cocoa nerves.
So I don't know what did y'all premiere? Everybody's outfits because
Oh,
I don't know what y'all, if y'all did a private screening, then the caption should have said private screening. Love and marriage, whatever city they in, Detroit. But them captions said premiere party where y'all proceeded to have people from other love and marriage friends from the other love and marriage franchise there, but there was no premiere.
first of all, now we got about 45 people on Twitter watching this. So I know y'all Twitter be carrying over there. Y'all better be getting ready for a full season of us doing this every day. So y'all better enjoy this. The Twitter will be going off
And
tonight.
I ain't even been drinking, so I'm on
Oh
like three
wow.
right.
That's if she was, y'all would be really be we went viral because of Lee. Let's be clear. Let's talk about Love Marriage DC party that she went to, and Jamie and Arena was there. And baby, she said, I think what Lee said on my channel probably took maybe 10 minutes. But when I tell you that stuff went viral in 24 hours, where me and Lee were on Instagram and YouTube and people's YouTube channels, it was crazy work in her words. Okay. It was ghetto in her words. It was a lot. Lee,
Oh, I'm gonna have some. It's only the first episode. They got to come back.
she literally made a statement saying we only had two TVs. It was hot. She said a few statements, baby. When I said the cast was pissed off and saying, "Yo, I got the message. Your crew is talking a lot of shit and doing a lot on your." I'm like, what? They talking about Lee. I'm like, oh, okay, it's
But
okay.
you
It's
know
my
what? One thing they can't say was I was loud and wrong because I was definitely loud and
and
correct.
no, and the thing about it, I will say this as well to back her up. Nobody came through and said, you know what, Lee was wrong. Not one person. Find me that video and I'll bring it on my channel. Because that one person said she was wrong.
They
Now
didn't
what?
like they didn't
She
like
like
what
a
they
delivery.
didn't it was the delivery. They didn't like the
She had
delivery
been
of
some
the
mimosas and she had been, pissed off. But if I'm hot, I'm mad. No shade. If I'm
yeah.
hot and I
They
can't
didn't
eat
like
right, I'm irritated. So I mean, it's what it is.
they
So
didn't like the delivery, but I digress. But anyways, back to this premiere party.
mhm.
It looked very intimate, from what I could gather from the little lives that the people was having. They outfits, we're not gonna get into the outfits because we don't have enough time.
Wait, what
But
happened?
I wouldn't. Some of the outfits they was outfitting, but some of the other ones I was like, oh, that's what you chose to wear to a premiere party. Got it.
Oh my
Noted.
god. Oh my god.
But they had their little premiere party. It looked like it was in a nice little establishment, or whatever. Carlos King, Mr. Missy himself was in the building. It looked like it was a cool little time. The libations was libating, so I just didn't understand why they didn't have the premiere party today.
Mm-mm. Well, I think the good evenings dropped off. So give me y'all final thoughts, and we'll be back next Sunday to talk about this again. Because people really liking this recap tonight. So final thoughts, Erica, about this episode.
Keep hope alive.
Oh no, what the
I mean,
hell?
I'm hoping. I mean, at least we'll be watching it. At least we'll be reviewing it on Sundays because I'm like, y'all not gonna keep me up all night every week.
Listen, you heard me. Let me tell
Not,
you
not, not,
something.
not, not. I know you did, Miss. I'm in the Mr. DC streets. I know you didn't say that. I can understand Erica, but I'm a little lost. I mean, but go ahead. Uh, this girl right here be up. No, let me tell you something.
Well,
Lee has to have
not
everybody.
so much.
No,
Here's the
no,
thing.
no, no,
Let me
no.
just say,
Lee,
not so much being up.
well, no,
I'm
no.
just
I'm
saying
gonna say
being
this.
up
I'm gonna say
watching
this.
this
No,
because
I
this is
get it.
what
No,
I'm
that
like.
part I
I could
agree.
go kick it because this is sleepy.
I'm
This is
about to say
a lot.
because Lee has the life that everybody wants to live. Let's be clear. So, and
Yes.
whoever said
No,
that,
I
don't they
agree.
lying? Period. A girl, like I mean, if I could, but
Oh, I
girl,
don't know.
the fun
Okay,
stuff,
friend.
Lee, the fun stuff. Let me the fun stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she's
Oh,
still
yeah,
an
yeah.
adult. She still is an adult, and life be life, and like everybody else. But the fun stuff, yes, you would like to be in her life. Trust me. But I agree with Eric and saying what I said. Sunday's gonna be better for us. We could digest it, to know behind the scenes, then go live Sunday after we didn't got toe up or whatever, and then have a drink with us while we talk about it. But both of y'all give me your opinion because I did watch the full episode. As far as what do y'all think this season gonna give? I mean,
Drama.
honestly. Mm,
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I
okay.
feel that this season is they're gonna give us the drama that we ask for. Yeah. But it's gonna be just like the rest of the franchise.
Mhm,
There's gonna be about 2 or 3 episodes, not consecutively, where it's gonna
mhm,
be dry.
mm. And leave that line. That's every episode. Every regular coming up. Any season you watch is gonna be a fluff. I call it a fluff episode. It's gonna happen, and we gonna talk about it. Love Marriage Husband had like two.
They gonna it's on about maybe episode 6 or 7. They like we
Yes.
just gotta get to the reunion, y'all. We almost
Yeah.
done.
Now we
Right.
almost. You know when I get together with her, be a hot mess. Y'all need to get to yes to that too. I'm sorry. I let her do all shenanigans because I love it. So Erica, your opinion, ma'am. What you think?
I'm just hoping it's not like an instant replay of last season.
Oh,
So
come
to
on, Erica.
me, I feel like a lot of storylines are still the same.
Not an instant
So
pot.
so hopefully, hopefully we won't, because it's already giving. It was a long, it's already giving. It was filmed so long ago, and we're talking about the same thing. Like I can't do both. So
Ah,
hopefully there'll be something new and fresh. But this is only the first episode, and
yes.
so I'm hopeful. I
I
want
just
to
don't want
keep.
no plus ones to take over like we had in the other previous season. Please, no plus ones take over. It's all I ask for every show I ever watch. Please, it's all I ask for. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that I did feel a little bit of that, and when they showed clips from what was coming up from the season, because I was like, "Who are these people? They're not even the new couple. Who are these chicks talking?" So I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Plus ones rule the world because they're cheap. I'm guessing because you
who
don't
ruled
have
the
to pay.
world?
Look,
Plus
Erica,
ones
Erica
rule the
loves
world.
this. We have reserved one seat for your in your honor. I'll be attending. Must regretfully decline. I always say decline all plus ones on reality TV because they take over. They do too much. Okay, period.
So we'll see, but yeah, so I'm hopeful for it, but But so far, it's giving sort of rehash. But if the producers, kind of pull back and let us see what's really going on with the people, it'll be interesting.
All right, yeah. Make sure y'all follow on Apple Podcasts, Google, and Spotify because this episode included will be downloaded and will be on streaming on there as well. I'm letting you guys know that these girls are going to bring their own. I mean, the girls on my platform here. So when I say gives, gonna give out of every other panel, I don't care what nobody say. You have Lee Goody and Erica all in one setting. It will give a lot. So you want to make sure you don't miss out on every week. I know Lee is kind of becoming the queen of TikTok, so I want her to shout out her TikTok and what she
Oh,
got
I didn't
going
even
on.
put it in my
Uh,
thing. I
but
got
just
four
it's
videos I
okay.
gotta put on my
It's
TikTok.
okay. I want you to tell her about what you got coming up for TikTok. That's her thing. So what you got coming up for TikTok and what's the name of your TikTok channel?
It's my name, Alicia White. I'll just put my, well, actually, if y'all follow me on IG, well, you now have to request me on IG because I got a stalker. But
Oh,
um, just follow me on IG, and in my bio is actually the link to my TikTok, which is open to the public. But I got like 6 videos I gotta put up to TikTok over between now and tomorrow.
okay. What you got going on yours, Mama? Uh,
I have some stuff that I am working on to get up as well for Love After Lockup,
Oh, that's my show.
and I think I'm going to do Real Housewives of Orange County. So I'm going to get those two up, and yeah, those are the things.
okay. For me, you guys already know already that I'm still doing Big Brother. I'm gonna do Big Brother till
Mm-hmm.
the end of this season, and we did had somebody evicted this week, so I'll be interviewing that. This is press for CBS and Paramount Plus. I'm doing that Monday. I also have something else coming up for the fall that I still cannot speak about until those things happen and are solidified.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let y'all be gagged and gooped when it's time. Ready to Love is also coming up as well. That's looking really good. And we also have Never Ever Met. So those
Oh,
two. So for next so Saturday, me, Dina, and Abby are gonna be doing hot topics every Saturday because Family Empire Houston is now done until Ready to Love comes back. And Ready to Love will be now. I'm gonna do a commercial, but it will be coming on now for us panel members. We gotta do it Saturday night, but not late night. It'll be like 8 o'clock right after the show premiere. I'm sorry, it comes on because they all decide to move it on Saturday. So it is what it
what?
is.
That has not been confirmed yet.
It has not been confirmed. Okay. Well, somebody else told me the same thing. So I think they're still gonna try to do it on Saturday
So let,
because I think another show might be coming out on Friday where it might be conflicting. I believe that's why this is happening. But
so
either way it go, we'll be okay.
yeah,
Whether we
no,
do it,
I don't think that that's what it is. So this I had to turn into Inspector Gadget mode. The flyer that was going
okay.
around us saying that it was supposed to be airing on October 5th. That is the flyer from the season, at the Atlanta season. So um the clip or the picture clip or the thumbnail that people have been passing around or there has been going around in
Somebody
different
changed it, by the way.
in different Facebook group chats and everything. That is from if you go and do your research, I'm not
Like
saying
we
nobody's
did.
name or what saying
I'm not
nobody's
either.
Facebook group or anything, but if you go and do the research, it is the clip from that season because he's my friend, that season Jimmy Jones and Tondi was on, and that is from Atlanta. So the Atlanta's season premiered on October 5th, whenever whatever year. It just so happens that we've been in full circle, and October 5th falls on another Saturday. Falls on a Saturday again. So no, it has not been confirmed that Ready to Love Philly is coming on Saturdays. As of right now, it's still Friday,
I just say rumor. But see
and the
what
anticipated release date is October 11th. But I heard that through the
okay.
grapevine.
And so what did your close friend told you that that picture it was a what? A picture, it's really if you
It
really
was
want to
actually it was actually a stolen picture from somebody else that they used and
mm,
put in said group. But that picture belongs to somebody else. And if I was that petty, I would have sued them. But that's
period.
neither here nor there. But
Mm-hmm.
that where that flyer is going around saying October 5th. And if you go and look, they have not released they haven't hell,
Nothing.
they haven't even did the people.com interview photo shoot
Nothing.
yet.
Right,
So
right.
no, they would do the people interview photo shoot release first
It's
before they
usually on
release it.
Essence. Mm-hmm.
or Essence.
Yes.
They neither one of those have released the new season,
Come on, Lee.
and they would have given the people that are already on the season clips to start posting on their social media. So none of those things have happened, but now y'all got this funky ass flyer from 7 years ago with the date on it and the wrong people.
Let's be clear. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about shit real quick. So when I talk about and do things, I always say rumor, but when I know facts from certain people that I know that's in my corner that tell me the things, period, I know it's facts. What she's saying is facts. Somebody try to do some fugazi stuff that looks trash. So I'm gonna be nice because I'm being nice this year a little bit. So first of all, I'm gonna know about it anyway, and with it being posted some stuff was going on. That's why a lot of things I'll say today be like a rumor. Somebody said this is not what community review said. Or my team would say. Period. So when Lee is telling you guys, please understand she's telling you facts. I call her the Queen of DC, but she's been a part of my team for a minute. And I'm just saying, period, she really know what she's talking about. So when she's saying these things, please listen and pay attention. Y'all don't know go when y'all hear it. Don't go back and sit and say somebody lying because we not. And we love receipts. If you haven't seen exposure, please go back to last season when me and Lee exposed the entire season of Dallas. Let's not and say we did because we did. And it could happen again. Warning.
I'm just that's it. I'm not saying nobody's wrong or whatever. But if you posted that flyer to troll, knowing that there's people that believe anything and everything
Mm.
on the internet, that was real. That was real ghetto. But that's just me. But anyways, we're back on your screens each and every Sunday and Saturday.
Oh, that's cute. I might have to use that bite. Say it again, Lee. That's cute. Say it again.
We're back on your screens each and every Sunday and Saturday, where we will be reviewing Ready to Love Philadelphia, Love and Marriage Detroit, and the hot topics. So stay tuned.
Oh, I'm using that. I'm using that clip. I got a commercial already queued up. I'm getting that bite. Love it. So on that note, we're gonna twerk it out.